going on, guys? It's your boy Miles Morales. Now, today we got some deleted scene names for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, of course, the Blu-ray has to come out for this film, because you can't just see it once and be like, I'm good. No, you gotta see it twice, dude. So, there's a Blu-ray coming out, and we got some deleted scene names. 13 to be exact, 13. So, yeah, let's get it on. Let me start my background music. And I'm gonna break all these down, give you the runtime, so y'all can know what's going on for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Blu-ray disc. So, let's go. The first one out of 13 is called Max's Mother. Now, this is basically the scene where Max Dillon's mother forgets about her own son's birthday. A big problem with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that we didn't really feel for Max like we were supposed to. And a scene like this really would have brought us back. So, like, cutting it is really just a big, crucial problem for the Amazing Spider-Man 2's character, Electro, and the movie as a whole. So, yeah, Jamie Foxx did talk about it a lot before we actually saw it. So, cutting it, I don't know why. They probably cut it because he talked too much. Anyway, let's keep it going. This next one is called Peter Visits Harry. This one has a runtime of 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Now, this is basically where Peter goes to talk to Harry. And, oh my gosh, alright, let's go. Peter goes to talk to Harry, and he has the little desk thing, and he's like, he's like, Oscorp's been spying on you. And Peter's like, oh no, why? And Harry's all like, Questions. Sorry. But, yeah. What this basically means is this scene was very important for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. They probably cut it for a good reason. They probably wanted to use it later in, like, a Sinister Six, or, like, a Spider-Man 4, or Spider-Man 3, or Venom spinoff, for what I care. But, yeah. This scene was cut. And at least I get to see it on a Blu-ray, because I want to see this scene. I'm excited for this scene. At least I get to see it. Moving on. Third is Oxford Acceptance. This one has a runtime of 56 seconds. Now, this is basically where Gwen gets into... She gets into Oxford. And she's all like, yay! And then Peter comes, and they talk. I mean, the scene is pretty much useless. So, cutting a little bit off probably benefited, if that's a word, whatever. Moving on. The fourth one is called Birth of the Goblin. This one has a runtime of 1 minute and 20 seconds. Now, this scene is supposed to be really gory and nasty and gross and very more disturbing. By Dan DeHaan's words, so I'm really excited to see what this is. He says, like, he grows his teeth and then smashes them. So I really want to see that. You know, this is another scene that I'm excited to see. So, yeah, not really much to it. Moving on. This next one is very interesting. It's called Peter Meets His Father. And this one has a runtime of 5:03. 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Now, this is really interesting. I mean, Peter meets his father. According to the news, Richard Parker is dead. So how can he meet his father? I'm thinking it's an alternate scene for, you know, the little video where he's like, yeah, oh yeah, in the subway. You know, the subway train station, he watches the video. And Richard Parker says some stuff. I don't know the quotes to that. But I think it might be an alternate scene. Maybe not a deleted scene. But I don't really know much. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Moving on. And this second one is also very interesting. It's called Cockpit Discovery. This one has a runtime of 1 minute, 24 seconds. Now, cockpits are, of course, in airplanes. And the only airplane that is in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 crashes, right? So Peter must go to the ruins of this plane, and he goes to see it's crushed, and he wants to see Richard Parker and Mary Parker's dead bodies or whatever. I don't know what Peter's into. So he goes in and he's looking and he discovers something. That's what I get from this title. That's what I infer. Anyway, moving on. The 7th one is called Flash Forward with a 1:02 runtime. Now, this is basically the time lapse between Peter and Harry's breakup scene. You know, there's a year difference, so maybe even though they do show a little bit of time, it could have been a scene a lot longer. It's a big old montage. But yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more, of Spidey, more Spidey time. We all love us some Spidey time. So, moving on. The 8th one is called Mayhem in the Morgue. Now, this is basically where Max Dillon is presumed dead by the public. And all of a sudden, he ain't dead, of course. It's a comic book movie, so he ain't dead. He has electrical powers, and we remember the scene. I found this scene very threatening in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I was like my heart skipped a beat during the scene. I was like, whoa, that's a pretty scary scene, dude. But, yeah. So, he's going all this, and he's doing all that, so it must have been an extended scene. There was supposed to be a dude listening to music in there, in the morgue. I don't know, whatever. It's probably just an extended. And 9, moving on, 9 is called Missing Each Other. Now, who else misses each other except Gwen and Peter in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Now, my dumb mind thought, oh yeah, Peter's missing Gwen because she's dead. But missing each other would mean that Gwen would be missing Peter. But Gwen dead, so she can't miss nobody when she dead now, can she? I'm thinking this is like a scene during the a montage of the year difference where Peter misses, he's looking at a phone or a pad or some old pictures of Gwen and Peter, and Gwen is missing Peter, so that title pretty much explains itself. Now moving on. 10th is called Is Peter Home? And this has a 42-second runtime. Now, basically, this scene was originally supposed to have Mary Jane Watson in it. It's supposed to have Mary Jane Watson. So, even though her role was cut, they're probably going to cut her from the deleted scenes too. They're like, oh, the fans must not see Shailene Woodley play Amazing Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane Watson. So they probably cut her. So I don't expect to see her there. This is the scene where, before Gwen leaves to go to Oxford, she stopped by Peter's house, but Peter ain't there. So, yeah, that scene was a little bit in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, yep, moving on. 11th out of 13 is called Chasing Gwen. Now, this one has a runtime of 1:41. Now, I think this is a scene where after Green Goblin's all like, nah, you took away my hope. Now I'm gonna take away yours. And he goes, swoops up Gwen, and they're flying around in the power plant. And
switching to Progressive may save you hundreds on insurance. You can finally buy that collection of Martin Van Buren action figures. I'm Martin Van Buren. I was your 8th president.
Spotify.
Martin Van Buren. Check out my killer sideburns.
Sorry. That really just killed my mood. Alright, moving on. So, Chasing Gwen, it must have been an extended scene for, Spider-Man chasing the Goblin with carrying Gwen. So, I don't know what. Pretty much nothing more than that. Next time it's saying Felicia sees her boss. Now, Norman Osborn dies in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, Felicia was still alive to serve both Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn. So, she could be seeing her boss, basically saying she could be looking at Norman Osborn's dead body, or she could be just talking to Harry Osborn. I don't know what. She says she's the Goblin's girlfriend, so they might have cut that girlfriend scene. I don't know what, but they're deleted, so you can watch them. And the last one is called Goblin Kills Mencken. Now this is really interesting. Goblin kills Mencken. So I'm thinking that this is the scene where Harry was all goblined up before before he fights Spider-Man. He goes to Oscorp. You can see this scene in the first trailer where he's on his glider and he sees Felicia, and he must have killed Mencken in that scene. Or a different scene would be after Harry for the first time turns into the Goblin. Donald Mencken was there, but he went up the elevator, so Harry must have chased him up the elevator in the Goblin suit and killed him. Because nobody can know Harry Osborn is the Goblin. Except for Mr. Fierce. So, yeah, that's it. That's it from this video. Hope you got some information. Hope you liked it. Please leave a like and favorite. And let's have a conversation in the comments below. We can talk about more about the scenes, what your thoughts are. So, yup. See y'all later. Peace out.